The next morning, Salil asks me if I slept well. I lie and say that I did. She gives me a short tour of the town. It has changed a lot since we were last here. Ornate buildings have been built in the style and tradition of the Edo period. It reminds me a lot of the Temple of Erjitsu, and the whole village has a lot more charm to it now. It all seems very authentic. When I ask about it, Salil tells me that some of it actually is authentic. It was brought here and restored from some decaying villages several hundred miles south. I wonder what Patty Keys would make of this. Probably better keep it a secret, or that poor old mailman will have yet another nail in his coffin. We should really talk to Cyrus Borg and get him to develop something to help him out. We arrive at a dojo. Salil proudly presents it as the Phantom Dojo. I guess I don't respond the right way, because she suddenly blushes and starts talking about how silly that name is and how she means to change it. Her great inspiration is Nia, and how she kept her identity secret and the rumors of a Samurai X cave. I tell her about the new Samurai X and how no one knows who it is. Big mistake! She is all over me with questions I cannot answer, so I derail the barrage of questions asking to see the inside of the dojo.
Cole seems distracted. I feel foolish about trying to impress him with that stupid name of my dojo, but I think there is something on his mind, and I am also just stalling. That glowing scar on his face. He has been avoiding my questions about it, but it's obvious that it's not natural. That's why I want him to meet Jiran. He is my aide and my sparring partner. He is younger than me, but he seems to have an older soul. He is a bit of an enigma to me, but I trust him. He arrived here 6 months ago. He didn't talk much and seemed bewildered, confused, and aimless. Like someone whose life had just been uprooted and needs to find a new direction. We are a welcoming committee. My father insists on it. So we took him in and offered him a home and food in exchange for work. He renovates buildings for us. He turned out to be more helpful than we could have ever imagined. Here he is now! He pauses as he enters the room and stares at Cole like he has seen a ghost. His eyes are filled with wonder. No, not wonder. I can't quite read his expression. It's not confusion either. There is a bit of surprise somewhere in there. A moment passes. I look over at Cole. There is no particular reaction from him except he smiles politely. Jiran walks across the room looking long and intensely at Cole's scar. Then he shifts his eyes to meet Cole's.
You look different. The greeting catches Cole off guard. Have we met before? Do I know you? Cole replies. We've met before, but we have never been properly introduced. When we last met, you punched me in the face. Cole looks completely lost now. You didn't know my name then. You called me Chuck. I feel like I'm being hit by my own hammer. Hard. I don't recognize the guy, but I recall the situation. It is the night of the departed. I am being held in these special chains that work on ghosts. I need to stop Yang, and I'm doing my best to reason with my guard. When that fails, I change my approach and persuade him in a different way. I have thought about the situation many times since. I say the first thing that pops into my mind. It's not exactly clever. I didn't know you had long hair, and sorry for punching you and calling you names too, I guess. Jiran lights up in a smile. Are you kidding? You freed me. Us, look at me. I am whole again. You could call me Chuck all day long if you want to. I owe you. I breathe a sigh of relief, but still don't know what to say. After an awkward moment, Salil cuts in. I am grateful for that.
This is Jiran. He is our best carpenter, or at least our most agile. If you need a roof mended, Jiran is your guy. He really knows how to swing a hammer, and he knows air jitsu.
Smiling, Jiran looks at the hammer hanging behind my back. I guess that makes two of us. My head is flooding over with questions. So Yang was right. There was a person who may be able to help. But how was Yang able to reach out to this place? Why did Salil want us to be, and how does she know that we had a connection? Before I can ask, Salil asks about my scar again. She looks strict now. When I try to evade the question, she cuts me off. She wants to know what exactly it is. Jiran shifts uncomfortably. My mind is racing. Do I come clean? What should I say? I hardly know anything, and this is way too personal. We stand there, and the tension is unbearable. Salil shifts her eyes to Jiran like she is giving him an unspoken command. Jiran brushes his pale brown hair away from his face, and there it is. It has the same shape and placement as mine, but it's not glowing green. It looks more like a real scar. Is it a scar? It appeared on me a few days after, he says. The others got them too. They aren't always there, though. They appear and disappear. It doesn't hurt when they are there, only when they come and go. It varies how long they are there, too. I had to take my eyes off his scar and look at him straight in the eyes. Have you had dreams? He does not like that question. He looks over at Salil with fear and guilt in his eyes. He hasn't told her. I need to go. I got some roofing to do. He stutters and paces out of the dojo. Salil does not look happy.
I do not appreciate having secrets about strange stigmatas, rogue magic, and communal dreams roaming around in my town. We are not finished.
She shoots at me a scornful look and walks off after Jiran. I feel pretty bad about myself. Outside, the sun shines warmly. I would enjoy it if I didn't feel so guilty. I spot Salil walking fast between two houses in search of Jiran. I want to apologize and come clean to her, so I start to follow her. But she weaves in and out of narrow alleys, and it's not easy to keep up. Suddenly, an arm grabs me and pulls me into a doorway. My scar illuminates the darkness in an eerie green glow. It's Jiran. He hushes me as he leans out and looks up and down the street. There's something else I need to show you.